you doing again? It is I, Chief Sarkhan, with another short video on fishing in New World. I've been asked numerous times since I got my legendary fishing pole how I leveled up fishing so quickly and if I had any tips and tricks. So I figured I would share them with you here real quick. So if you haven't gotten started in fishing in New World, you're going to want to come over here next to Windward and speak to Michael right next to town to get your first fishing pole. He's going to tell you to loot some bushes for some bait, give you a fishing pole, and you're ready for your adventures to begin. Now, the tips and tricks that you want to know on how to level quickly in fishing is the bigger the fish, the more experience you get. So the tip I would tell you is loot a whole bunch of bulrush so you can get some nice bait to go fishing. And what it's going to give you is you're going to get a bunch of these fireflies. Firefly bait gives you a large boost to catch better fish in fresh water. This is where you're going to start your adventures. You're going to want to start in fresh water. To maximize, once you've skilled up a little bit, you want to find a 2-star fishing spot. And there's a number of fishing spots, and fishing spots show themselves once you walk near them for the first time. They won't show on your map until you've walked past them, and you have to have the right level of skill to see it. Okay, so the fishing spot that I am is a 2-star right here. It's a pretty high level one, so you're not going to see this right away, but down here in the first starting areas, you're going to have some 1-star fishing spots that'll show up on the map. Okay, so like right here. I walked across this beach, I had the right skill, there's a dock here, I can fish at it. Initially you're going to start at 1 stars, but to level up quickly, you're going to want to find a nice 2-star. Let me give you an example. So right here, there's a nice 2-star freshwater fish. Now, the problem with this one is it's shallow water. The deeper the water, the better chance you have for larger fish, but it's not a requirement. When you're low level, doesn't matter, find a 2-star fishing spot. You're going to want to cast and land in that fishing spot when it's active. That means you see fish jumping. You can see that right here. I'm standing next to a fishing spot. See how the fish are jumping. That means the fishing spot is active. If it's just the circle but no fish jumping, that means all the fish have been fished out of it. So
Hello.
you want
Welcome
to
back.
fish there.
I had some beef stew. It was good.
Until it fishes out. But if you're just going for skill, keep fishing in the same spot. And the reason why that is because that spawn as a tier 2 will respawn and give you better fish again every 15 to 25 minutes. So just keep fishing in it and you will get experience pretty quickly. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like to fish. I'm in a saltwater spot, so I'm using saltwater bait for this fishing spot. So the other trick that you want to know is the longer your cast, the easier, the less tension it has. And if you notice, I landed in the fishing spot, and it told me you landed in the hot spot. So the max range you can cast, you want to try and position yourself, because this tension that keeps going in and out is less the longer your cast is. So you want to maximize the length of your cast if you can, be in deep water, and catch fish. As you can see there, I just got 156 fishing experience for that fish. I'm also getting player experience. Every time you level up your fishing, you get a really big boost to your personal character level. In my journey, I've gotten at least 5 character levels just from fishing. And this is, you just rinse and repeat this all day long. Oh, I caught a treasure chest. Now, if you notice, I like fishing because I like to turn my camera sideways as I'm reeling in so I can see what I'm catching. So this is one of the tricks that I do to make fishing more enjoyable, and it actually is easier to maintain your tension. So you aim at where you're going to cast, you hold down the button for however long you need to aim, it lands in the hot spot, then I turn my camera. Now I've got it right there where I can just see it right along my fishing line. And I can watch as I'm reeling in. And I can see I'm catching a squid. And you just keep reeling in the fish. You just keep doing this and over again until you catch fish. And you keep leveling up that way. So let's go ahead and go back to my inventory so I can show you a couple of things. Now that you're catching fish, you're going to be able to salvage them for these different fishing things. So like here, I caught some clams earlier. I can salvage that into bait. Freshwater, the reason why you start in freshwater is you're going to catch the snail bait, which gives you medium boost to catch bigger fish. So while you're leveling up in freshwater, you're going to catch a whole bunch of snails. They're really common. And then you can come out here to the salt water. And unfortunately, this water is not deep right here because for this fishing spot. But out there is deep. So while the fishing circle is down, you can cast out into deep water with the snails and catch bigger fish. So let's go ahead and do that just to show you. So I'm going to use the snails. Even though my hotspot's up, we're trying to just show you what we're going to do. We're going to cast max cast, and it should land in deep water. See, now it's deep. So that means I have a chance to catch a much bigger fish than the one close to shore. So you can see right there already we're looking like we're catching a bigger fish. But since it's not in a hot spot, it isn't going to be a better fish. But you can catch anything anywhere. So there I caught a small salmon. So I didn't do well that time with the deep water. But you just get, this is how you level up. The bigger the fish, more experience. That's the key. I'll go back to the hot spot here in a second. But anyway, like I said, when you first start out, catch bulrush, keep fishing in fresh water until you got a bunch of clams, salvage the clams, come out to salt water, preferably a hot spot that's deep, and catch big fish. And that's it. That's pretty much the entire story. Long cast, deep water, big fish, keep fishing. The quest chain is rather long. I wouldn't recommend doing it at low levels like I did, unless you're just really want to get your fishing gear. Now, transitioning to fishing gear. To maximize your leveling experience, you want fishing poles that give you a bonus to the size of fish you catch. And if you do enough of the fishing quest to earn the fishing outfit, I'll show you now. So, looking at the fishing pole, this one has a medium boost to catch better fish during the nighttime. This is a crafted fishing pole. Then I also have another one that's for crafting during the daytime. Small boost to catch larger fish during the daytime. And so normally I would always want to be doing this one. Even though it's small, it helps leveling by catching the bigger fish. Then I also have, because I did the quest, I have fishing armor that gives me boosts to catching larger fish. The colossal is the key there. Cast distances, and so on and so forth. Colossal, bigger fish. You will also find gear that will have on it tension. And tension makes that reeling it in easier because bigger fish have a greater chance to break your line, which means you'll go to the red zone a whole lot quicker. So once you start leveling up, getting better poles, you're going to want poles that have better stats on them and more tension, so you can get even bigger fish. Because, for example, I was fishing in this. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it again. Oh, it was down south. Where is it at? I lost it. Out here. So this rare fishing spot was where I fished last time. I was catching swordfish because it's a deep water fishing spot. It's very dangerous to get here, but it's very deep water, and I was catching swordfish. They were 40, 50, 70 pounds. Really fun to catch. And it really made my leveling experience go a whole lot faster. And each of these fish, as you can see here, when you salvage it, it's going to give you a chance for fish fillets, fish oil, which sell really well, which is another reason why to fish. Normally, I wouldn't salvage here because salvaging fish could increase your weight more than the fish itself. But I wanted to show you the things you get. Oil, need to be making cook oil. Fillet of fishes, used for town boards and cooking. They sell like hotcakes. Anyway, that and in essence, it's daytime, I can switch my pole now, is all the tips and tricks I have for you. That's all you really need to do, is just fish, and fish a lot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to keep fishing. I'll leave the show going for a while, but I'm going to be quiet. I hope you enjoy and keep on watching. If not, the tips and tricks part of this is over with. So now you can just enjoy me watching me fish. Oh, I did it too early. Shit. Gotta wait for it to bounce. Say ready. Now click it. Anyway, like I said, this is Chief Sarken, Squire of UDL. Enjoy my fishing. Sit back, relax, and let's fish together. Take care. Nice, there you go. 40-pound stingray. That'll be good for some salvage. Let's take a look and see what it can give us. So a stingray can be salvaged for guts. That can also give luxury meat and a poison sac, which is used in alchemy. Very good fish to catch. One final thought. Remember I told you how leveling up from fishing? Watch when I level up my fishing. Oops, shit. Too fast. Alright, watch when I hit 103 in fishing. Catching this fish. Pay attention to my experience bar down below and how much I get for my character experience. 714 character experience. So literally, I can sit here and level up to 36. Just fishing. It'll take a while, but I can do it. This fishing hole has a lot of clams, which puts you right back to fishing, or freshwater fishing, because these turn into bait for freshwater fishing. Alright, notice how the circle is still there, but the fish are no longer jumping, which means I fished out all the special fish out of this spot. So now, if you were just leveling and liked the spot, we would just keep fishing it and just get random fish out of the water. But since, like I said, deep water is better, and this is shallow, I'm not going to sit here and fish for the 15 to 20 minutes it's going to take for it to respawn. So what I'm going to do, put my clothes back on, as I run into anything, we're going to run over to this one. And see if it's up. So if you stick around with me for a minute, you'll see me catch some swordfish. There's up. Oh, by the way, if you pick up flint during the daytime, you get night crawlers. If you pick up flint during the nighttime, you get glowworms. And glowworms are also a very good bait. Glowworms are... do I have any of these? So... I was only picking up flint because I have a quest for let's see if we can run over here to this other spot real quickly. Get back to fishing. If you're not aware, no, you can't swim. Don't get in the water too deep, because you will drown if you run out. post here because there's pirates along here. They want to fight me if they see me. I really don't want to fight them because I'm just going to hurry to get to the ship. So we're going to skirt this outside edge here and hopefully don't aggro anybody. That's where we're going. Notice the pirates on the backside of that rock. You don't want to let them know you're here. Just come on over here. See the fish is over there. Here, because remember we want to cast long. Now you can't change your clothes in deep water. So you have to come up here a little bit, put on your fishing clothes. Now we can walk out here with our fishing pole. See if we got the distance right. And let's go fishing. Oh, we have a cast. Ooh, but we got a big salmon. Look at that. So even though we didn't hit the fishing hole, we still caught a good fish. And this is why I like to turn it sideways, because now it's really cool, because we're standing in the water. You get to really see that fish. By the way, large salmon and medium salmon are turned in for quests. You don't want to sell them. We're going to back up a little bit more. See if we're at the right distance now. In the hot spot. There we go. Now we're ready. We're in like Flint. Now you see how the tension is really hard? Imagine if you did a short cast off the dock. It would be exponentially harder to maintain a good tension because you have less distance to reel in and make it harder on you. Bring on a swordfish. Another clam. commotion behind me? Oh, it is Necroscope. He is also a member of Undead Lords. One of my guildmates. There we go. Look at that. Another 726 character experience. Fishing level 104. Doesn't take long at all, does it? starfish. Nice. Alright, looks like the fishing spot has fished out. So now let's see where I would like to move to. Oh, I think this is the one where I was catching the swordfish. But that's a long run from here. So, I think what I'll do is I'll pause the video here, I'll run down to this location, and start it back up so you guys can see swordfish. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chief Sarkhan. Out until later.